Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 157. What do you have on the menu, Coach? First of all, preview game between Dallas Stars versus the Montreal Canadiens. Some Habs news. And finally, at the end, what Montreal is going to do when Juraj ARMIA is back in the lineup. We have an extra forward. What are all the options Montreal can do? So let's dive in and talking about the first subject of the day. The first subject of the day, guys, is about the preview game between the Dallas Stars versus the Montreal Canadiens. We just heard, and that's the reason why I'm a little bit late for this video. Montreal Canadiens have a breaking news. Juraj Slafkovsky is out of the lineup tonight with a upper body injury. Is going to be on the day-to-day at this moment, reevaluate every day. Rem Pitlick is going to be back in the lineup at play on the four line with Jake Evans and Mike Hoffman. First of all, the Dallas Stars guys are 3-0-1. They are a really great start since the beginning of the season. They lost the last game in OT against Toronto Maple Leaf. So far, where they are really good is the goal. Again, they are number 2 in any shot after 4 games. Goal again average of 1.50. And the reason why is because the goaltender Jake Oettinger continues to perform exactly what he did last year during the playoff. He have a goal again average of 1.00. Save percentage guy of 0.966. Unbelievable. Is the number 1 best goaltender this moment in NHL. The second thing I want to talk about is the best player for the Dallas Stars is the UFA they signed during the offseason from the Philadelphia Panthers. Marshman will have 6.3 goals, 3 assists after only 4 games with the Dallas Stars. Second thing I will mention to you, the special team of Dallas is excellent right now. They are 9 on the power play this year in NHL and 8 on the PK with over 90% on the PKs. They're really performing on every categories since the beginning of the season. Of course, they have a new coach, Peter DeBoer, ex-head coach of the Vegas Golden Knights, is now behind the bench with the Dallas Stars. Let's move on now for the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens is 3-2-0 after 5 games. All the W they got is what at the Bell Center. Jake Allen is excellent guy. He's the one make a big run. Just give you an idea from the graphic of the Sport Logic. He's a number 4 for the inner slot save percentage with a minimum 20 shot at a 0.800, just behind Eric Comrie, Chesterkin, and Carter Hart. So Jake Allen honestly have a great start since the beginning of the season, and one of the reason is really good. Look, the starting goal save above expected per 60 minutes. Jake Allen is a number 4 at plus 1.4 behind Oettinger, Sorokin, Carter Hart. Again, Jake Allen since the beginning of the season is one of the reasons why Montreal performed very well. The second thing I want to talk about is a big test for the Montreal Canadiens, again, the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars is a veteran team, a lot of old players in that team. They can play any kind of game you offer to them. They can play physical. They can play skill. They have a lot of talent inside that team. And for Montreal, this one after the Toronto and Pittsburgh, one of the biggest tests in Montreal. We know they did well against Toronto and Pittsburgh, but I feel like the Montreal Canadiens gave too many chances. Everybody is excited right now. Oh, they beat Arizona Canadiens 6-2. They dominate. They did not dominate, guys. If you think about the scoring chance opportunities, it was 10-9 after the 40 minutes. And then Arizona dominate a part of the first 9 minutes of the third period. At the end of the night, they are almost the same quality chance for both teams. Only thing, the problem was Arizona goaltender Ingrid, it was very bad. And that's changed the way the outcome of the game. Montreal had difficult time to recover the puck after a rebound. And they let too many chances from the net. That's something they have to get better, and they're going to pay the price again at Dallas Stars if they cannot improve those 2 areas I just mentioned to you. Then I want to talk about the better power play to win. What do you talk about? The Montreal Canadiens is 7.1 on power play. It's not good enough if they want to win those W at the end of the day. Secondly, I want to calm down everybody. Everybody's excited now. They're thinking ready. Montreal is going to get a great year. Listen, they're still the same thing we expect at the beginning of the season. It just have 3 W at home. And at some point, you're going to be back normal. We're going to have some kind of the waves. Now we are at the top of the wave. We're going to be down at some point, and it's okay. It's normal. And just keep your positivity great, but not too high. Expect now Montreal make the playoff, and Montreal is going to not finish at the bottom of the Atlantic. Montreal is going to be at the top 24 in NHL standing. Guys, they're going to be back where they are, 28, 29, 30 at the end of the year. I promise you this, and you're going to say, Coach, you was right at the beginning of October. And finally, like I mentioned to you guys, Slafkovsky is out. Pitlick is going to be back in the lineup. This is the roster for the Dollar Star tonight. This is the line for them. You can stop the video if you want to watching those lineup. Then for the Montreal Canadiens, the only modification is at the bottom at the 4 line. Slafkovsky out and Pitlick is in. Let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. Next subject of the day, guys, is the ad news. We know during the weekend, many prospect play team like Laval or Trois-Rivières play, and we have already a couple of news. Before that, I want to talk about this. I would be curious if the Montreal Canadiens take and claim Andre Zerd for the Minnesota Wild. We know he have 31 years old, played many years with the Tampa Bay Lightning, won the Stanley Cup over there. He's a right defenseman. He's a big gen, 6'7". He's right now on the waiver. Can Montreal jump on him? We're going to see this in the next 2 hours, 3 hours. The deadline is 2 o'clock Eastern time. You maybe see the video before the result of the outcome or after. We're going to be interesting. I believe I will not be surprised if Montreal pick him. Montreal is searching for the right defenseman, possibly a trade with the Edmonton Oilers. Or the Los Angeles Kings could happen in the next couple of weeks. I will mention this in the next couple of days about what Montreal can do to get another defenseman in the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. Yesterday, the Rocket lost by the score 2-1. Again, the affiliation team of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Again, book score is 4 goals of the season with the Laval Rocket. On the flip side, the Lions lost yesterday, but a score of 4-3. Did not good enough to beat that Maine Lewiston for the East Coast Hockey League. Then I want to talk about the point is Owen Beck, guys, yesterday, 6-point OHL with 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. What a night for Owen Beck. And we know he have an amazing, great hockey camp training with the Montreal Canadiens. Finally, I want to mention another player for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm talking about Philippe Mazar. 4 points yesterday during his first game with the Kitchener Rangers. 1 goal, 3 assists. And let's move on now for the last subject of the day. So my last subject of the day, guys, is first of all, Joel Edmondson and Joel Armia. The both Joel are back on the ice for the Montreal Canadiens. Both of them are going to be back in the lineup for Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to talk about Edmondson Monday. But today I want to talk about Joel Armia. But why, Coach, you want to do it? Because at Joel Armia, guys, the Montreal Canadiens are going to have an extra players. They will have to take a big decision very soon. And Montreal right now, after 2 games tonight, they are going to be on the road. They play in Buffalo. They play at St. Louis. They go to Minnesota, and they finish in Winnipeg. So it'll be over 7 to 10 days on the road. For me, that would bring Joel Armia to be back in the lineup. So what the Montreal Canadiens are going to do? They have to figure out something. Let's see what the option they have from the Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon. I don't have this great answer, but I want to give you different option the Montreal Canadiens can do. First of all, they can return Juraj Slafkovsky to Laval Rocket. Now he's got hurt. This is just the news getting about 20 minutes ago before I make the video, and I was already thinking about Slafkovsky. So possibly Slafkovsky could be hurt and a little bit longer. Armia's coming back, and bingo, nothing else. Wait. Or Slafkovsky is fine. He can return for Laval Rocket until the Montreal Canadiens are on the road. When he come back in Montreal, he can play again with them. He's the only player right now with Cole Caulfield is waiver exempt, so nobody can be claimed. So they are the 2 players. Now, they can put on the waiver Mike Hoffman. Problem with Mike Hoffman, they have 2 possibilities. First of all, the contract he has, and he still have 1 more year after that. I feel if you do this, you're going to lose completely Mike Hoffman. And I don't think so it will be good for the culture of the way Mike Hoffman is going to respond versus the decision for Montreal Canadiens is going to be a really big bullet from the team. I don't see that possibility. The two other options, guys, is Michael Peseta and Rem Pitlick. Peseta, the Montreal Canadiens like him. I know they have no game yet, but they like the way he play. He brings some kind of the role nobody can do for the Montreal Canadiens as a fourth checker. And if something happening, he can fight. On the flip side, you have Rem Pitlick. Pitlick got a contract at $1.4 million, and his first year is lower at $1 million. Second year is going to be over $1.8 million. They have a purpose behind the contract of Rem Pitlick. Is to protect him. If ever he go on the waiver, the team going to claim him right now. They're going to pay him more money next season, and I think could be a factor where the people maybe slip him and not take and claim him if the Montreal Canadiens put Rem Pitlick. For me, listen, I like Pitlick, but Pitlick, it can go in any hole. Left winger, right winger, first line, third line, fourth line, center, winger. It's not matter. Pitlick can do this. But for what Montreal has right now as a lineup, as a winger, with Juraj Slafkovsky back, with Slafkovsky around, I think Pitlick, his time is really diminished. So if you have a choice right now, what it would be, coach? You have two ways. Slafkovsky could return in Laval and come back a little bit later, or they can put Rem Pitlick on the waiver. That would be my expectation when a Montreal Canadien going to take a decision when Juraj ARMIA is going to be back in the lineup. So we'll see what happening with Hugo, their decision, but I just want to share with you what I'm thinking. It's coming very soon. And Monday, I'm going to talk about what's next for Joel and Munson when he return with the Montreal Canadien, what the Montreal is going to do. So guys, this complete all the subject we have for you on the episode 157. That's it, my friend. That's complete, of course, this episode. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show. Please leave me a comment. And of course, I wish you an amazing, great game between the Dallas Stars versus the Montreal Canadiens. I invite you to join me on the play-by-play live streaming, 7 o'clock. And of course, I wish you an amazing, blessing day, everybody.